The coast of Newfoundland was once home to thousands of fishermen who, for centuries, habitated a patchwork of tiny communities that clung to craggy rocks and nestled in the snug coves and bays that offered safe harbor and ready access to the cod stocks of the North Atlantic. Though seemingly frozen in time, time finally overtook this simple way of life in the 1960s. In an effort to consolidate public works and services, thousands of these tiny communities were resettled. Abandoned now, except for the seagulls and a few fishermen who return each summer, they remain alive in memories of another time, another way of life. But others are returning too, coming to explore the history and experience the culture and traditional way of life of the people who once called these communities home. Island Rendezvous makes it possible for you to visit and explore one of the most beautiful areas in eastern Newfoundland. Your adventure begins in Garden Cove, in the bottom of Placentia Bay, far from the open sea. You'll have time to meet and greet your fellow adventurers as the crew prepares the 42-foot maraschine for the 40-minute trip. Your voyage through the placid waters and breathtaking scenery of Placentia Bay will give you a sense of the serenity of this unique outport experience. It's an adventure you're not likely to forget. The trip to Woody Island is through an inlet that is less than a mile wide and sheltered by a rolling range of mountains. The water is generally calm in this area of the bay, which has traditionally been exceptional for cod jigging. Depending on the time and the run of fish, everyone will get a chance to try their luck. Arriving at Woody Island, you'll get your first glimpse of the history and culture that you will experience during your stay in one of the two hospitality homes. Although these homes are newly constructed for convenience and comfort, great care was taken to achieve authenticity. 16 comfortable rooms, an antique parlor, a cozy dining room, and a spacious veranda overlooking the ocean. After you've had a chance to relax and settle into the surroundings, you can set out to explore the rest of the island. Woody Island has many resettled communities. From the community of Old Cove, you can enjoy a leisurely stroll along the old road to Jeans Cove. Take the opportunity to explore the history and assimilate some of the family names. The scenic walk reveals prominent local landmarks, serene landscapes, dotted with the ruins of once prominent buildings and houses, and glimpses of the beautiful coastline and the resettled communities which were once home to over 400 people. Today, there is only one permanent resident. A short walk in almost any direction takes you to tranquil sandy beaches. If the tide is right, you can pick mussels or chat with the fishermen who return to the island each summer. Fish off the wharf or row a dory around the harbor. It's all part of the Woody Island experience, of life as it was in a turn-of-the-century Newfoundland outport. No evening in a Newfoundland outport community would be complete without a scoff and a time, complete with traditional Newfoundland fare. As the cooks prepare your evening meal, the preparation and the portions are traditionally generous. Heaping plates of pan-fried cod served as a prelude to an entertaining Newfoundland time, complete with lots of traditional stories, songs, and dancing. Sleep comes easy after a day of fresh air, food and fun, and the promise of tomorrow's adventure. Hundreds of folk songs have been written about the romantic lure of the ocean. Today, you'll experience what it is that for centuries has drawn people to the sea as we sail on the Maraschine to tour parts of Placentia Bay's beautiful, though rugged, coastline. The cruise reveals scenery seen only by a few, as the only way to see this area of the bay is by boat. And the view is breathtaking, from the flybridge or the comfort of the heated cabin. The boat tour also provides an opportunity to see the many species of whales that frequent these waters, as the skipper stops into some of the inviting coves. Depending on the weather, the skipper may decide to stop at the resettled community of Barrhaven for lunch. While the crew prepares the chowder, the passengers are free to relax and enjoy the time ashore. Barrhaven is just one of the many inviting coves and bays where communities once flourished and prospered around the fishery and that now lie in ruin. Abandoned dreams of an abandoned way of life. The island Rendezvous escape is more than a boat ride, more than a trip to a beautiful Newfoundland outport. It's like slipping through a hole in time into a bygone era. Your trip back to Garden Cove will be filled with enough memories to last a lifetime. It's a time to reflect on the insight you've gained into Newfoundland history and culture. A time to recount special moments of your visit and experience for another while the beauty and serenity and the way of life that brought people to this bay centuries ago. Perhaps one of the more pleasant memories of your Island Rendezvous adventure is the all-inclusive price, which includes round-trip transportation to Woody Island via Garden Cove, accommodations, meals, and all activities. And remember, the adventure isn't limited to weekends. You can enjoy a Woody Island escape any 2 days of the week. It's one of the truly memorable experiences of a lifetime, and it's yours to discover on an Island Rendezvous adventure to the tranquility of Woody Island, Placentia Bay, Newfoundland.